What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate verse rants. Hey, look, let me get into something real quick. Now, I want to say before I even start this conversation, okay, to all of the podcasters doing boxing, that's doing the stand-up type thing, and that's always going to be subjective with somebody. But for the guys who doing things out of good nature, who's being real with themselves and not trying to promote politics and the nonsense of boxing, okay? Even on your own platform, you do whatever it is you want to do. People don't have to watch it. But let me say to those who stand on business and is not up here fanboying and being biased and taking sides and all this nonsense, salute to y'all, the few that's out there. But for the people, even a lot of people might mean well, you guys are helping fuck boxing up. The attention should be on boxing. What attention is on you due to your fan base? There's ways to do things, and I don't feel like there's no particular one blueprint. You have the right to do whatever you want to do. It's your podcast, it's your YouTube show, or your TikTok, or Instagram, or whatever. But what you guys are not understanding, you're doing the same things that a lot of these fighters are doing, that most of these fighters are doing when they get in front of a camera. Sometimes you watch a show and you tune in just to support and show some love to the channel, and these guys are you forget you're watching a boxing channel, because guys are sitting there talking about their pimping game, how much ass they get, how much money they got, how they got street credibility, how much time they did in prison, and if that's what the podcast, what the particular show topic is about, that's one thing. But when people are on here supposed to be talking about their fighter, and they end up making the whole conversation, and 95% of the conversation about themselves, what are we doing? Then when people don't tune in and show your channel love anymore, when they start to get to the point where they start falling off, people say things like, such and such of them is talking about this and that. But I feel like this: if you feel like you watch certain shows and these people are just basically running their mouth, they're not trying to contribute anything to boxing. They're not trying to get people to look at things, to bring awareness, to look at things through a broader scope and come with some integrity, honesty, what's real. It's just basically them just blah, 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 blah. This nigga, that nigga, oh, this motherfucker, oh, I think this motherfucker's over with this person, that person, right? And I'm saying, yet, someone who clearly lies, who blatantly lies, who completely contradicts themselves, somehow, y'all make excuses for these folks. Y'all sit back and go, oh, but it could have been, or maybe it was, at least they're trying. But you try to roast people who simply don't have a lot to say, but get right to the point. I listen to some of these shows, man, and it's like, why does your thumbnail have nothing to do with what you're talking about? And to be honest with you, this is what most of these fighters do. They wait for a fight to happen after they've ducked and dodged the fighter on top of that. And then they always have something to say, something negative. You don't see a lot of camaraderie. And instead of, hey man, good fight. Hey man, y'all went at it. Hey, good job. Hey man, look forward to seeing you in the future. No, it always got to be the opposite. Oh, you bird ass nigga, I'd have cooked you. Oh, you ain't shit. Oh, you overrated. Yo, that nigga caught you with this, he did that. And I just sit back and I read the comments, and every fighter that I see open their mouth to do that always have their day where they go in the ring and then somebody's doing the same shit to them. So now fights are basically being decided on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, or Instagram, or on YouTube. Instead of getting in the ring and saying, no, I don't want to wait till you get a loss. I don't want to wait till you look bad. I want you now while you're hot, while you're on top. That's not the energy that you're getting. The energy is, once a fighter looks bad, in your eyes, then you have the heart to fight them. And you think, yeah, this should make these guys want to go out and get a belt. They want to make money, right? They want to be that guy, but they don't want to put the work in. They want everything to come easy. So if you only have the heart to fight someone because you feel like you see weaknesses, you're a bird, man. You are soft. I mean, Holyfield was jumping there with giants. He wanted that. He wanted to be the best. Holyfield ain't going to sit back and not fight a motherfucker. Lennox Lewis ain't going to sit back and just not want to fight somebody. Jack Johnson wasn't dodging nobody. Muhammad Ali wasn't dodging nobody. Marvin Hagler wasn't dodging nobody. You know, Thomas Hearns wanted that smoke. These are guys that wanted to get in there and fight. Ika Ibebuchi wasn't dodging no smoke. And then y'all want to talk about y'all generation being this and being that, but it's like, what are y'all doing? And this is why I look at the fighters that go out there and they want to fight. You know, they want to get in there, but then you got that whole, like I said, past couple of videos, he ain't ready, he need to sit the fuck down. That nigga's a hater. Damn, so you are a hater for wanting to fight. You are a hater for calling somebody out. Not for clout chasing, but you really want to fight, and then they reject you. But then, like I said, these so-called entertainers, this is what people are watching your shows for now. They're not even caring about the boxing news. They don't even care about the boxers. They just care about the bullshit that y'all said, the rumors, the nonsense. So y'all are not contributing to boxing, man. If that's the type of audience that you want to build, understand, your shit's not going to last. I don't give a fuck if you got 100,000 subscribers, you can pull your little YouTube plaque out and all that, great. You got 100K. Guess what? If you're sitting up here running your mouth about personal shit, I'm talking to the point where all you doing is talking about, yo, yeah, because I don't like this nigga because he said this about him and he did this and she said. Let these grown-ass men defend themselves, man. It's one thing to hold the truth down. But the crazy part about it, if you listen to these people talk, they do all of this talking, and at the end of after all of what they say, there's no full disclosure on what happened, why the fight didn't happen, why negotiations fell apart. There's never any, the person go through all this talk and it's like, okay, you said a whole lot of nothing. What? Why? If example, right? Just example. I gotta go here because I want to make this perfectly clear. I want y'all to understand the point. Let's say after Deontay Wilder fought against Joseph Parker, I'm not into interviewing fighters and all that because I'm not starstruck and I'm not with the kissing your ass shit, and I'm not going to show favoritism. So if I ever decided that, yeah, I'm going to start it's going to be a whole different situation and there will be no favoritism. I would not use my platform to have somebody come on there just to sit here and tell lies to people. So let's just say, for example, like when 7-8 asked Deontay Wilder, there was a rumor that you and Anthony Joshua had already agreed to fight, that y'all both had to win, whatever, after your fight with Wallin and his fight with Wallin and your fight with Joseph Parker. Is there any truth to that? You want to talk about that? Deontay Wilder's response was, pause. Man, they don't want to fight. There's a lot going on, man. And then he goes into his insulting Anthony Joshua bullshit. Never once did he say what happened or describe anything. Just they don't want to fight. And then he goes into saying he thinking that they still fighting. Yo, you just went in there and got shut out for 12 rounds. You can't be that fucking stupid. But 7-8 settled for that. That's his boy. That's his man. So he just settled for that shit. See, this is what I'm saying. That fucking favoritism shit don't do nothing. It didn't help Deontay do nothing. He just made excuses and then came out, then got knocked out by Zhang so it didn't do anything. So what ends up happening is this, right? Let's say I'm interviewing Deontay Wilder. And I say, so Turkey made it clear. You and Anthony Joshua had to win your fights. You get past each other, $50 million on the line. The two of you. Right? What's the situation AJ, he won, you lost. Where do you go from here? I don't have to ask you, what are your plans? What do you want to do at this point? Because he couldn't have possibly still thought that the fight was still happening. But let's say, because I would have asked him something more like that if I was even going to ask that question. Deontay Wilder says, man, they don't want the fight. There's a lot going on. I'm going to say, okay, you say they don't want the fight. Elaborate on that. What did Eddie Hearn or Anthony Joshua say that solidified they didn't want the fight? You can't hit me with no, you know what I'm saying, man, people just be saying shit and talking, man, but I'm telling you, man, it ain't what y'all think, man. Like, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers say one thing and they do something else, and like, you know what I'm saying, people just be thinking that they like that, but they not like. All you doing is talking. You still have not answered the question. Okay, it's simple. Do you want a plate of lasagna? Yes or no? Nah, I'm good. Or, nah, you know what? You got some steak? Got some potato skins? I'll take that. Right, you're specific. You can't just give me some bullshit half-ass answer and, oh, okay. But that's what people use their platforms to do, to let fighters come on there and dispute bullshit. Then on top of that, they want to get attitude. So let's just say, for example, if I interview Deontay Wilder, right? He's saying all this shit. He's not going to be happy with my questions, and I'm not going to give a fuck. Either you going to be a man about it or you not. Go get an interview with someone else, because I'm not here to fucking suck your ass. I don't do that shit. Now, let's say all of a sudden AJ goes, hey, you know what? Let's set up an interview. Now, AJ comes behind, or better yet, let's say Dillian White. Dillian White. Now, let's say I asked Deontay about Dillian White's situation. Why the fight never happened. Deontay danced around the questions. He never answers the questions, right? But he claimed Dillian White doesn't want the fight either. Now, all of a sudden, I interview Dillian White. Dillian White pulls out the fucking text messages and show me Deontay telling him he'll freeze him out for 2 fucking years. How the fuck do I have Deontay come sit on my show? Whether we in person, whether it's over satellite, Zoom or whatever the fuck, or FaceTime, whatever the hell, right? How the hell do I have him sit here and not bring that shit up? And see, that's the thing. I don't do the favoritism thing. So my thing is, y'all want smoke with each other or you don't. Yeah, he said this and you said that. He pulled out the text messages and showed me. You're saying he don't want the smoke, but why did you tell him I'll freeze you out for 2 years, and it'll end up being like 6 years, 7 years, or whatever the hell anyway? But what's the purpose of that, of freezing him out? Right? And then you can look at his resume and say, I'm pretty sure people would have rather saw you in Dylan versus you and Robert Helenius, or you and, Duhampas, or it's just, several people. Several people. And it's not about targeting any one person. I'm using Deontay Wilder, for example, because he comes up with these excuses, and he never backs up anything he says. He just says the shit, and it's like, okay, you say a person don't want the smoke. Man, listen. We're not talking about legal situations where you can't speak about something contractually or you'll be sued. No. You mean to fucking say, how many times have someone said, Deontay included, oh, Eddie Hearn full of shit, or what? Eddie Hearn will break down and explain to you what happened, what was said, what the offer was, and there's never a counterattack. Verbally, it's the counterattack is not, let me prove that Eddie Hearn is lying. It's just, man, they snakes, they this, they that, right? Now, also, I made that comparison for this. Deontay called him the devil. And he said, AJ's over there buck dancing for the white man. And after everything Deontay said about Eddie Hearn and AJ, he goes and joined fucking Matchroom. So, do you understand my point? So, he's not going on 7-8 to be questioned, to get the truth. He's going on 7-8 Sports TV to go on there and say what the fuck he wants to say and give his story. And nobody's going to question him on that shit. See, it's like, example. Whatever the guy name is that went on Counterpunch Boxing on Kurt DeVille's channel. What did he say to Kurt DeVille? He denied the things that Kurt asked him about the costume and other shit. people misconstrue what Champ said. Champ never said. He sat right there and lied on that man's show. Do you understand what I'm saying? He did not. All he did was denied shit. He never showed any proof. He never said anything and put anything up to the screen to show proof, any paperwork, any nothing. No dates, no times, no nothing. All he did was just say shit wasn't true. Just to find out, yeah, shit was true. But the delusional, lying motherfuckers want to keep lies alive as truth. So I'm saying when you guys are doing these shows and you're interviewing these fighters and these trainers and these managers, I mean, it gets, here's the thing. It just gets tired. Every time Tyson Fury has a fight coming up and John Fury come jumping up, pulling off his shirt, showing them fat, flabby ass titties, acting like he's the one in the ring, fighting. Every time racist Teofimo open his fucking mouth, his father got to talk for him. Every time fucking what's to do kid Austin open his mouth to speak, his father got to jump in and speak for him. Back in the day, every time somebody asked Layla Ali a question, her husband at the time jumps in and he won't shut the fuck up, motor mouth, just keep going. Devin Haney's dad promotes him. Devin Haney talks for himself. His father does all the talking in terms of promotion and keeping their name relevant and shit like that. But Haney talks for himself. Then y'all say, Bill always talking that shit. But everybody else I just named, y'all completely overlook. That's what they do. They sit up and their coach or their trainer, their fucking fathers are talking for them. And they're sitting back on the damn cell phone and so arrogant. Like y'all you agree to do a fucking interview, but during the interview you're sitting there the whole time on your cell phone and doing goofy shit. I mean, the immaturity, the stupidity, I don't understand how people get caught up into this. That's why when people just lose interest, I understand. Because you guys are not contributing to boxing. You label your channel some type of boxing channel, but then it's like you interview people that don't know how to keep it boxing, and all I see is a bunch of disgruntled men sitting up arguing like a bunch of little sissies. Nah, nigga, because you said, and you hurt my feelings when you said this, and then you said, and I was trying to tell you, and no, nigga, when you interviewed that nigga, it crushed me inside, my nigga. I don't know how the fuck, nigga, why you did that shit, my nigga. What are y'all doing? What the fuck are y'all doing? Fights are motherfucking solved in the ring. Y'all do all of this talking about who's ducking who and who's doing what, who said this, then you interview this person, you talk to this person, you talk to that person, and there's still never any fucking closure on what the fuck the specifics are. So what the fuck are y'all doing? Monetizing your channels, taking people money for what? For what? What the fuck information are you giving them? He said, she said. Tune in for the next episode. Maybe we'll get what really happened. What the fuck are y'all doing? And the fighters are coming on here talking, acting all arrogant, talking shit. They shit on worthy opponents just to fight a lesser opponent, then talk shit about what I'd have did if that you did that shit to me. If I'd have been there, I'd have did this. Then that same fighter go out in the very next fight and look like shit. And then all of a sudden, they want to get mad because people treat them the same fucking way that they was treating the last person before them. And it's like, man, y'all have all of this talking. That's all y'all good for. But like I said, the fighters that's out there wanting the smoke. Wanting that smoke. Y'all hate on those fighters. Y'all don't want to see those fighters win. The people within boxing are extremely toxic, and it's the worst enemies of boxing. Boxing is the only fucking sport that I see where not only the fighters but the trainers run their mouth and always want to get involved and act like they some tough ass motherfuckers and walk around with pot bellies and shit, receding their hairlines, but acting like they in shape and all that motherfucker, just talking shit. MMA, the coaches may speak good and speak on behalf of their fighters. K1, all that, they'll speak on behalf, and of course they're coming to win, but they're not out here doing all this extra shit. Man, you got these fucking boxing fans and these coaches, and they always just, that's all they do is diva shit. Let's be real. I'll give you an example of some shit. Robert Garcia was recently being interviewed, right? And they was asking about Keyshawn Davis fighting against Tank Davis. And he basically was saying that Yeah, he said the same shit that I said. He do think that Keyshawn is ready now. But due to Tank's experience, he got to go with Tank. Tank has that power. He said Tank is pretty much unbeatable at 135 right now. Tank is the man. Now, here's the thing. Robert Garcia has a fighter at 135. I don't remember the kid's name, but he has a fighter at 135. So when he says he's unbeatable at 135, he's including his fighter too. He didn't say, the only person I think will beat Tank is my fighter. No, he didn't say that. There's nothing wrong with that. Because you can stand up here and make all the promises you want and talk all the shit you want about who you have and whatever, but then they go in and they get cooked, then what? So talking shit is not what it's about. What I'm saying, he stood there and said that. Now, let's go back. Let's look at Coach Bullet and all this shit he used to talk, building up Rolly Romero and talking about how Rolly would beat all the motherfuckers at 135. They don't want to fight Rolly. All the shit he talked. Now, fast forward and go to all the shit he talked about Rolly when he was no longer his coach. Yeah. So bottom line, if Frank Warren was the manager of Anthony Joshua, you think he'd be putting Tyson Fury over him? Or Daniel Dubois over him? No. Okay, let's go back to Robert Garcia. Remember when they asked him about Anthony Joshua way before he started training him, can he be fixed? No, he can't be fixed. Nah, he's broken. You can't fix that. He said AJ don't believe in himself and all of that shit, right? And AJ was having those issues. Once again, I agree with what Robert Garcia was saying. But Robert Garcia took the liberty of being his trainer. Do you think all of a sudden he just started believing in AJ? And notice when they asked him about the process and what it's like training with AJ, he said AJ has crazy power, man. He can punch. AJ has crazy. He just have to believe in himself, man. But he never really broke anything down and spoke about things that AJ is doing and his footwork, his jab, his movement, his IQ. He never really, broke things down like he would other like we've seen him do with other fighters. And pretty much, if you listen to him talk, he never really sound 100%. But as his coach at the time, his trainer at the time, he's saying like, I'm expecting to get the win. I think AJ will be ready, and he went from that after saying, he just have to believe in himself. And I tell AJ all the time, man, if he just believe it. So he's emphasizing on that. So we know AJ has an issue. Before Robert Garcia started training, we knew AJ had an issue. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, he's questioning himself. He's fighting himself. Right? Those things can come back and haunt you. And that's how he looked in there against Dubois. Like, for some reason, he just didn't look sure of himself. Well, this is what I'm saying, though. It's easy to talk shit. Robert Garcia could have stood there and talked all the shit he want. Yo, you going to see a new and improved AJ. I'm telling you, you've never seen AJ like this, blah, blah, blah. Then AJ goes out and don't look anything like what Robert Garcia is saying. So it's not about that, man. It's not about that. Right now, even me saying that, diehard AJ fans will be going, man, but why you disrespect that? Fuck y'all. Say what the fuck I want to say. But this is what I'm talking about with you guys, man. You get behind, and AJ's the dude I want to see beat all the heavyweights. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that he will. At one point, like I said, look, AJ got the tools, man. He got the skills when he put his shit together. But the inconsistency, I can't sit here and overlook that shit. I don't know which AJ is going to show the fuck up. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not going to sit up, man, if he win, he win. Hey, good, AJ got that. If he lose, he lose. I don't fucking personally care. You understand what I'm saying? So when you are talking and you saying these things about the trainers and the fighters and you're trying to critique people and all these motherfuckers always want to try to make it seem like whatever they doing, whoever on their team is just here and everybody's beneath them, everybody's scared of them, nobody even know who the fuck you are. And then they want to sit there and tell you, like, example, if just say, for example, if a motherfucker offered me $2.5 million to fight, right? And let's say my last fucking fight, I made $500,000. Man, I'm taking that 2.5. And if there's anything in that deal that I feel is shady and I don't take the fight, man, I'm not, for me to, what the fuck would I not speak on why I didn't take the deal? $2.5 million from $500,000 is a lot. You understand what I'm saying? So when you look at what you're making and you say, okay, wait a minute. They don't want that smoke with me. They gave me a bullshit offer. I don't expect somebody to say, well, Aries, in your last fight, they said you made $500,000. Is that true? Well, yeah. 2.5 is a hell of a lot more. So, like, what was it about the deal? If I'm going to sit here and say they was full of shit, that means I can explain what happened. They gave me a stipulation of I have to do this, that, or whatever, or I can't gain this much weight or whatever it was. Something that, you understand what I'm saying? Or I can't come out and start training until such and such date. Like, they was trying to do things where, one, psychologically, to take me out of it. Two, to make it where I'm not going to get the training the way I need to get it done. And they're fucking dictating and choosing what I'm doing. And I'm not having that shit. Otherwise, you offer the 2.5 and let me fucking have the same opportunity as the motherfucker I'm fighting. Why are you choosing when I can start training and all? Like, you understand? I would be able to break down and explain why I turned down the 2.5. Not, man, the motherfucker, listen, let me tell you something. I ain't never dodged no smoke. These motherfuckers ain't shit, nigga. Like, nigga, I'm living that motherfucker. I'm ghetto fabulous, nigga. I'm paid, nigga. I got money. Nigga, I ain't broke. These niggas is, you know what I'm saying, out here, they chasing us, nigga. I get bitches, nigga. I do this. Okay, wait. What the fuck are we talking about now? You're not explaining shit about the actual fucking fight. All I see out here now is argument champions, YouTube champions, X champions, Instagram champions. What the fuck? Like, what is all of this shit? Just talking and arguing like a bunch of divas about what? And we never, like I said, we still don't know why the fights are not happening. This mindset is so fucking toxic, man. And, you know, like when I was asked that question about do I think Turkey's going to change boxing around, I said no. I think people will get into what he's doing. How effective he can become, we'll have to see. But it's too many other counterparts doing what they're doing where we can't act like it's not there. And it's powerful, but it's not genuine. You understand what I'm saying? And the fact that people take Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson serious goes to show you what I'm saying. That's another part of what I'm saying right there. All of the talking, all of the nonsense. I mean, even when Roy Jones told you, you know, man, this ain't no exhibition, man. We ain't got no headgear and all this and that. People, yo, I remember Showbiz, yo, they're not, yo, Roy Jones is my favorite fighter of all time. You know how I feel about Roy. Black, two sugars, all that shit he was doing, right? And y'all know that, like he said, hey, this is no head guard. This is people. This is a real fight. This is a real fight, people. This is not an exhibition. Like he said, this is no head guards. This is serious. And if you know Roy Jones, you know Mike Tyson. They stand on integrity. What the fuck did you witness? After all that shit was said, all that bullshit was said, what did you witness with your two eyes? Do you think you saw a real fight between Mike Tyson and Roy Jones? Do you really think they were in there really trying to take each other out? Is that what you really think? Yeah. Well, if you think so, to quote The Rock, it doesn't matter what you think, because you don't know what the fuck you're watching. And it just so happened they got two belts on hand, and they're both legends, and they both win the belt, and the fight's a draw. Yeah, all right. Well, bottom line, y'all, let me tell y'all like this. When I see video after video after video of threats, insults, tweets, and all kinds of little goofy shit, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months, a whole year go by, and these same people still taking shots at each other, still talking shit. And I think, so this is what they're going to do for another year or two, just go back and forth arguing, and the fans are okay with them not fighting each other, but they keep talking like they want the smoke. When do fans start to hold the fighters accountable? And if y'all are not paying attention, man, the fucking fans are doing the same shit that the fighters are doing now. These podcasters, they're doing the same shit. They're just talking, but they're not talking boxing. You know, it's different when you watch, you know, football and basketball, and a lot of them can be biased as fuck, don't get, because yes, they are. But what I'm saying is, when you guarantee somebody's going to do something, look, let me get back, like, and then it doesn't happen. You can talk all the shit you want. You show and prove when you step on that court, on that football field, in that boxing ring. Let me get back to my earlier point, though. If you listen to a basketball player talk about going into the next game with the next team, what do they say? They say shit like, yeah, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough, man. They're like, shit, they're the best team in the league right now, man. They're this, they're that, right? The star player of that team is not standing here claiming to be better than that guy. I'm this, I'm that. They basically look at it like, hey, man, we can stay and talk all the shit we want, but we got to go out there and win, and this is going to be a tough game. But we coming to win. We come with everything we have, but, I mean, hey, man, they have the record that they have for a reason. That's the type of shit they say, right? That's the kind of shit they say. I remember when Clyde Drexler, when the Bulls played Portland, and I remember his coach was saying, hey, Clyde is a great player. He has that hunger, that killer instinct, but Jordan, hey, man, he's the greatest player in the world, man. So, but Clyde's up for the challenge. Clyde's right up there with him, and he's just, we have to do what we have to do. We know it's going to be tough, man, but, we're not going to make it easy for them either. But, no, he's not standing up here telling you, Jordan's a bitch. He's a bird-ass nigga, yo. Man, fuck that shit. Yo, Clyde gonna do this. Clyde gonna glide on that nigga. Yo, we gonna come with that smoke, nigga. I'm guaranteeing it don't matter. You can say all that goofy shit you want. Take tennis. That's a one-on-one. You don't hear tennis players out there saying that their opponent is trash. Nigga, use a bird. You don't hear that You don't hear that stupid shit. You don't hear that shit. K1 fighters don't do that shit. K1 fighters are mostly just, like I said, everybody's coming to win, but they're not coming out here to motherfucking talk your ears to death about who's who and who's a bird and who's not really about that life and their struggles and you ain't from all that goofy fake shit that they're doing. And it's like some of these fighters are trying to create characters for themselves, but they're doing it in a very lame way. And they're just talking. See, when you do all that talk, people want to see you get in the ring and back it up. And when you get in the ring and the math ain't mathing no more, all of a sudden, you wonder why nobody's giving a fuck about what you're saying. Or they hating. Yeah, because you doing all this talking, but you get in the ring and have a lackluster performance. You understand what I'm saying? But you refuse to fight top-level dudes. And you're fighting nothing but the low-tier guys. So when are you going to step up? If you're not ready for that smoke, shut up. If you're ready, then that means you don't have to get ready. You're already there. Let's go. Send the contract. We in there. That's not what you're seeing in boxing. Boxing is the only fucking sport that I see where every opponent is a bird. He's a bullshit-ass motherfucker. He's fake. He's not real. He can't fight. He's overrated. Boxing is the only fucking sport where this is just a continuous thing all year long. Yeah, MMA guys talk shit about each other. They arrogant. MMA guys are super arrogant, super childish. They do a lot of goofy, stupid shit too. What I'm saying is, like, you don't see the whole management team jumping in there and all this and all these different people having say-sos on. Like, I mean, it's basically, it comes down to this. We have to get in the ring and fight. And that's the difference with MMA and boxing, is these motherfuckers at least go in there and fight. Whereas in boxing, there's all this shit about, nah, man, you paying him 2 cents more than you paying me. Fuck that. Why he get $1.5 million and 2 cents? Why I want my 2 cents as well. Everything has to be, let's just tear the fucking sport down, right? And tear down the fighters that's really out here making it. You got boxing, got a motherfucker lose a fight, excuse. Lose another one, excuse. Lose another one, excuse. Lose another one, excuse. Then you got guys that's winning but get knocked down in the fight, but get up and then finish the dude off that knocked them down, but they not ready. They overrated. They need to sit the fuck down. Man, everybody have all the solutions for every fucking fighter, except for the most bullshit fighters, because that's what gets y'all attention. A fighter that sits up and just talks shit. Look, once again, you have people trying to make their name. They're trying to get their name out there. So they're calling certain fighters out. Now, let's say they took these fights, but they got beat by everybody they called out. I can say, well, damn, at least he went in there and fought the motherfuckers, man. Ain't that what Derek Chisora gets a lot of credit for getting in there and then trying to win and going to war with these guys, trying his best to win? Even when he's not the same fighter anymore, slow, older, and all, and you can see the signs on it, the wear and tear signs, but he still wants to go in there and fight. Isn't that more respectable than somebody just talking shit, using people's name to get attention, but don't really want to fight them? But this is the climate of boxing right now. Let's just talk shit. Let's just talk shit. You think I'm going to be sitting up here wasting my time on a split screen arguing with a motherfucker? Like we some fucking couple or something? Y'all can have that goofy bird ass shit. I'm not into that. I see this shit and I'm like, damn, like what is going on? It's just like, and then I notice if you see one channel do it, here come another channel, then another one, then another one, then another one. And so now I'm used to seeing certain dudes sitting there in front of a camera by themselves. Now they got split screen, 5, 6, 7, 8 people, and they just arguing about nothing. Arguing about nothing. At some point, they're probably going to start calling it boxing entertainment. Because that's what the focus on. In closing this video, this is what I'm telling you. People are tuning into boxing for drama. They're tuning into boxing channels for drama. They don't even care about the truth. As long as something is entertaining to them, that's all they care about. I told y'all, I watched the video. I forgot who the fuck it was about. It was, the rapper, The Game. And the guy that was talking to him said, yo, The Game is known for being a liar, man. The Game exaggerates. He said a bunch of shit that's not true. And he always tried to put his own twist on something. Like, and if you was there, you would know, like, nah, that shit didn't even happen. Game is a liar, right? Man, people was in the comment section of that video saying, yo, we all know The Game full of shit and he's a liar, but you gotta admit he's entertaining. That's why I watch him. And I said, okay. And this is what's happening in boxing right now. This is what's happening. These people say things and people don't care about the truth. Like I said, as long as they're entertained. And the fact that they're entertained by this half-ass stupid young boy shit, I don't get it. Grown-ass men shouldn't be sitting up arguing over stupid shit. I don't have interest in any of that. And this is why I don't watch a lot of shit. You know, and like I said, I try to give certain people channels love, man. But damn, it's like, at some point, like, man, listen, goddamn, stop arguing with these fucking hoe-ass dudes, man. Like, why are you letting yourself get caught up into this shit? This is why anytime I've had invitations, I'll watch that person's shit and I see what they're doing and I'm like, nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm not trying to sit up on your panel arguing back and forth with a bunch of grown-ass people over other grown-ass people. I have no interest in that. I have zero interest in that. Y'all want to talk boxing. Y'all want to stick to the script. And, you know, and even like one time, and for the record, let me make this known. For the record, I had several people suggest to me, reach out to me, yo, let's do a show about Deontay Wilder. Yo, he a lying-ass motherfucker, yo, and I know you gonna rip that motherfucker. And I told that person that said, listen, on my channel, I created this channel and I can talk about whatever I want to. It's not about let's team up and go after no one particular fighter to just, you know, there's no new news about Deontay Wilder. There's nothing to really, you know, I have no problem. If I say it on my channel, I'll say it on anybody else's channel. I said that Deontay Wilder's face, anybody else's face. Ain't a motherfucker on the face of this earth I'm scared of. And I'm not going to sit up here and say something, now what? No, if I said it, I said it. So what? And? So what? Yeah, I said it and I meant it. In fact, if you mad now, you're going to be pissed tomorrow because I'm going to talk about your ass some more. But you understand, I decline to sit up and let's just make a show. And let's gang up and just say, now, the good in it would be you have nothing but people that's quoting him, bringing up the specifics and the facts. Maybe that will make people understand how to see the truth. And not their truth, but the truth. Shit like that. But I'm like, nah, I'm not, that's not what it's about. If you don't put the content out, we don't have anything to make the content about in those particular situations. So when you say you didn't have any legs because before you got to the ring, because your outfit was 45 pounds, you had a long ring walk, and then have people on your own team deny it and lie and say people they misconstrued what Champ said. Champ never said that, just for the video to come back. See, the confidence is whoever got rid of those videos or requested for those videos to be taken down or whatever didn't expect it to resurface. So no, and I'm making this known because no, if it was about that, I would give a fuck. I said on my channel, so why the fuck would I be afraid to say it on somebody else's fucking platform? My thing is, nah, that's not what this is about. Because I'm not doing it like, I hate this motherfucker. Yeah, let's talk. No, that's not what it's about. I just told him, I said, hey man, be my guest, go do what you got to do on your channel. I said, man, hey, salute to you. You know, keep doing what you're doing. But like, nah, I'm not feeling that idea. You know, and these people are not asking to talk about boxing and let's just keep it boxing. They want to make personal vendettas with people, or explain why they can't stand. No, I don't have a hatred for Deontay. I don't have a hatred for none of them. I don't know these motherfuckers. And like I said, those that I do know. But I don't know these motherfuckers. Why the fuck am I sitting up here taking something personal that they say? No, as a man, it's a turnoff to just listen to these grown-ass men sit up here and act like a bunch of divas and then come with the fucking bullshit excuses and lies. And we all see it. The people that don't want to see it is because they don't want to. Oh, if they got mad at Deontay, they got mad enough, oh, they turn on him, they flip, and they admit all the fucking lies and the favoritism. So nah, it's not about ganging up on these guys. I don't need that shit. I don't need no fucking help with that. So, yeah, and I don't hear people talking about boxing, man. They just get these panels and they'll sit there and just talk shit. That's all they doing. I'm like, nah, what's the purpose of 6 motherfuckers sitting up in front of a fucking screen arguing about who's who and who's what and taking sides and picking and choosing and all this goofy shit? I'm not into that. Y'all can have that. And, you know, if you look at the people that's known for doing that, you notice that their shit slowed down a whole lot, right? Because you're not giving the people anything. You know, I can listen to some people talk and they come with logic and reason. It's like, I respect that. And I'll go clean my house. The same thing I tell you all to do. I'm doing. I got this shit on the fucking Chromecast on the big TV. Got the speakers on. I'll be, you know, listening to it and right. And it's enlightening. It's, you understand what I'm saying? It's something I can respect and get into. But for me to sit here and listen to somebody just lie and make up shit, make excuses about shit. They can't just be honest about things, and they always want to try to make it seem like whatever they're doing is so much more potent than everybody else, or they want to act like they're being avoided when they're the ones doing the avoiding and all this kind of stuff. And I'm just saying, when you guys sit up here and you interview these people, man, if you're not going to ask the real questions, if you're not going to, you know, just be straight down the middle about it, y'all should find something else to talk about, because you're not doing boxing any good. You're just doing boxing a disservice. Boxing itself is falling apart, and there's no, you know, boxing has never had any structure anyway. And this is why the things that happen in boxing are happening the way they are, because everything is about money. And like Eddie Hearn, as much as I respect, you know, his hustle as a businessman, Eddie Hearn said that asshole shit too about Ryan. Anybody that's outspoken and talks shit, Eddie think they're good for the sport, because he think more eyes on the sport is healthy for everybody. But no, not really. It's not. Look at the way things are going. Everything is so good for the sport because somebody bring more eyes to the sport, yet you still can't get the top guys to want to fight each other. You call out a top guy, they start calling you all types of bitches, and you ain't this, you ain't that, you ain't ready, and all this goofy shit, then fight a lesser opponent. Talk to me in the comment section, y'all. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.